everyone, what's up? It's your boy Rudy Groot here, and today we're gonna be making some pork chops. Come on. So we have a half-empty fridge. I promise there's more stuff in the freezer, but we got some premium cut pork from Walmart, y'all. It's premium. Walmart quality, y'all. Okay, anyways, by the way, that was not a paid sponsorship. I'm not giving Walmart any money. So, we have a knife right here. You can find this at your local store or whatever you want to do. Cut open the pork. Be careful not to cut your fingers, and make sure your mama's around when you're cutting this, because I'm not going to be held responsible for anything. Is zoom?
I don't know how to unzoom.
It's fine. People can see me up close. So, I'm gonna grab some paper plates, or not paper plates. This is fine dining, y'all. We don't have paper plates in fine dining. Grab your pork chops. Perfect. So, throw this away. We don't need this. Okay. Now we're going to grab another paper plate, or not a paper. I don't know why I keep saying paper plate. Put this right here. Great. So the reason why I did that is, well, because all of the fancy cooking videos do that. So come over. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna grab some paper towels. So some paper towels underneath this, because when we season it, we want the seasoning to stay on there, and if there's a lot of if there's a lot of dampness on the meat, the seasoning is just gonna fall off. And since these are thin sliced, you want to make sure that you cook it with just enough oil, but don't overcook it, because you'll have a dry wilderness like the Sahara Desert, and we don't want that. So, first things first, you want adobo. This is the necessary seasoning to everything. Once again, this is not sponsored. Then, I'm kind of short, so I gotta get on my tippy toes. Got some cayenne pepper. We want some garlic powder. Then we want some of this seasoning. Now this is called Sazon Goya. Make sure you grab the one that's like orange looking. This is some great, I don't remember how I even discovered this, but ever since I discovered this, I've been putting this on every single poultry or meat deli that I've been doing, including chicken. It's great, trust me, even on rice. Got 2 packets. And then we're missing one more ingredient. Seasoned salt. Okay, so have all of your ingredients. Now we're gonna move this around and get much seasoning on there. You can never have too much seasoning. Well, you can, but not when it comes to pork chops. Spread it over like this. And do you like a little spice, cameraman? So we're gonna go put that on there. And some garlic powder. I feel like I already put this on there. Now you want some seasoned salt. That's just gonna add some more flavor. Okay, now you want to rub everything together. So you blend all of those spices in the meat. Make sure you get on the fat. And it's gonna look red, don't be scared, that's the whole point. The other side, we don't want to add too much seasoning, since once again, like I said, these are thin cut. So we're just gonna add some of this on the other side. Because if you add more salt and stuff on the other side, it's just going to be too much salt, and that is where you can go wrong with meat, is adding too much salt. So you have some very nice seasoned meat. Now the number one thing of cooking is making sure that you have a clean environment. Trust me, I learned the hard way. So we're going to go wash our hands. We're just going to make sure it has the right amount of water in there. If you come over here, you'll see the bubbles forming that I was talking about earlier. Why is that on? Did I turn on? I turned on the wrong stove, y'all. So you see the little bubble forming on the side. It's not ready just quite yet. You can feel it if you hover your hand over it. But while that is cooking, I'm gonna bring this plate over here. Then we're gonna grab another plate so we have something to rest the meat on. I don't like to serve my meat right after cooking it. I like to let it rest for about 5 to 6 minutes, so all of the juice stays in the meat when you start cutting it. The same thing with steak, which we're going to be doing next week, is showing you guys how to make great dry aged steak. It's delicious. I'm not going to show you how to dry age it, but I'm going to show you how to cook dry aged steak which you can get at your local Whole Foods market or any of your like local butchers. As you can see, I also do some alchemy. That's why there's some fire smoke coming from the pot. You hear the little bubbles? So when you're doing meat, you want to take it and you want to face it away from you. You'll know the meat is right, the temperature is hot when you hear this. That nice sizzle. That sizzle is what you want when you're cooking meat. And the oil is just tall enough so it sears the fat around it, keeping all of that juice in there. And I'm only going to do one pork chop at a time. Yes, it takes longer, but that way we don't cool down the oil when we're cooking it. Because if we start cooling down the oil as it's cooking, we're going to start having a lot of inconsistencies in the meat, and we don't want that.
Hey, why don't we just get 2 pans then?
That's a good idea, but I'm lazy. When you're doing pork chops, you don't want to move them around. Like I see a lot of people flipping them every 30 seconds or so. No, just let it have that golden brown crisp for like 3 minutes on each side. And you're gonna have this delicious like golden brown color on top of the pork chop, and it's just gonna be delicious. Since it's thin cut, it's not gonna be cooking for too long. One thing I forgot to do is actually, when you're doing pork chops, you want to take a knife. You kind of want to cut down the middle right here. What that does is prevent it from forming a bubble when it's cooking. So what we need to do in this case is we need to find something to weigh it down. Otherwise, we're gonna have like this bubble over raw meat. We don't want that. What can we use? Okay, y'all, we're gonna ghetto rig it. There you go.
Bruh.
So we're ghetto rigging this, and I'm just gonna hold this down until it goes back to the normal flat piece stuff. So this is clearly not the lid for this. I don't even remember where the lid for this went, but I just put the lid on top because there's a lot of oil splashing going on right now, and like I just don't want oil splashing all over here. So this is already heating up, so we want to wait. One thing, as I was mentioning, the secret recipe for this that I put in there is I put on garlic powder with lots of butter and a drizzle of olive oil. That is why we put the lid on top.
Bruh.
So currently I'm just pulling the meat under the oil so everything sears in. Flip this. Careful. Okay. After that slow sizzle, which is great. So the water is ready for this. I'll put a half a packet in here. Ow! Am I splashing you?
Nope.
That is the consistency that we want, y'all. Honestly, I'm glad we made extra because I can eat so much. Turn this over. There's that crisp that I was looking for. It's actually probably ready. So, now, use the side. Do one more sear on the bottom. Perfect. Look at that. Great. So, I'm not going to start cooking this just yet. Great. So now, we're going to grab a huge thing of butter. Why do we add butter? Because butter gives it that delicious creamy touch that we love so much when it comes to meat.
These are potatoes.
Well, same thing.
Bruh.
So you add in the butter. We're gonna add a touch of olive oil, just a touch of that. Then we're gonna add some garlic powder. And then we're going to add some pepper. Who doesn't love pepper? Perfect. Now, we mix all of that in. Grab this off, place this down, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually grab some. Here you have the final product. Mashed potatoes with the delicious, crispy, but yet so moist on the inside pork chops. Enjoy, and thanks for watching Cooking the Fruit. I understand this episode might have not been the best, but that's fine. It's the first episode, it doesn't have to be great. So subscribe, comment, and rate, and give my boy Low Card a follow on Twitter.